Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sam and I just want to go through a few photographs. I took my camera with me yesterday and the camera I'm talking about is this my Leica M11 Monochrom. I've had the Leica M246, which is a black and white only camera. I didn't get the M10 Monochrome, but I did have the Leica Q2 Monochrom, which I absolutely loved as well. And then last year I got the M11 Monochrome. I was using the 35mm, this is the f1.4 Steel Rim version of the Summilux, which is here, as you can see. It's a beautiful lens. It's not the sharpest at f1.4, but it's I suppose what people call a character lens. It's still a beautiful lens to shoot with. So last night, just had a walk up the road, slung this around my waist and thought I'd give it a go and to see what I could come up with. Most of them were shot from the hip, really. Only a couple I actually brought up to my face. Before I went out, I took a few pictures of my cat on my balcony, stopped in at a local coffee shop, had a coffee and then walked into town and then had a short walk back. So I'll bring these up full screen on what we're looking at, but on this particular one here is my cat Betty and a rosemary bush on my balcony. Now she was looking at a bird that had landed on part of the wall. I just love her expression. I love how the 35mm frame has captured this, and again, gorgeous black and white look straight out of the camera. I think I made minor adjustments on this one, a little bit of the contrast. The images that come out of the Leica M11 Monochrom are quite flat, which I really like. So a lot of the time you can just add some shadows and highlights and play around with the contrast, and then it's pretty much ready to go. So I love this one. Here's another one of her still being a little bit spooked by the bird that had landed. I think it was a pigeon. And again, I mean they're not going to win any awards, but again I just love how this particular lens and the camera they just work so well together. I love contrasty images, but I also love this kind of flat look as well, and I like that it's not exactly pin sharp as well, not very digital looking. So yeah, some warm-up shots before I wandered out, and then I popped into the new cafe. It's just up the road from me, called M&M's in Lincoln, run by Marie and Michelle. They serve some lovely coffee and cakes. So I was sat there and the sun was setting, and it just cast this amazing light and reflections off the windows, and put this lovely kind of shadow of their logo and everything onto the wall and this little sideboard thing here. Again, it's pretty timeless. Again, not an award-winning photograph or anything like that, but at the time, the feeling of capturing it was great. I think I took another few shots of that. Yeah. Again, here's another one. There's just something about it that I really like. You can see the building work happening outside, some scaffolding there, and the reflections. You can kind of pick up the warmth from it, even with it being a black and white shot. It looks almost daytime, but this is getting towards evening. And one more shot from where I was sat. Again, just characterful, little warm-up shots. I think these are the ones I actually took with the camera up to my face. So yeah, and the next time my son and I had some food in town, and we were walking back and we got stuck at the railway crossing. So before we went over the bridge to cross the tracks, I just caught this one Now this is the shot you can really see the f1.4 and the Steel Rim Summilux really starting to come through. It has a glow about it. It looks real almost. It doesn't look as if I've really frozen the image in time. And of course the low light capability of the Leica M11 Monochrom is amazing. Again, there's just something lovely about this scene. It's just people waiting. Chap on the bike, the young couple in the background, these two individuals here. It's an interesting scene. Next one was literally just from the hip, walking by, wasn't framed. I did straighten it slightly in Lightroom, but I'm getting pretty good at shooting from the hip to know where my horizon lines are. This one is just a bit of a throwaway, but again, I really like the light. I think you can see the top of my head just here, maybe in the reflection. But again, it almost looks like a toy set. It's like looking through a shop window at a toy train set there. This one was quite interestingly, as my son and I was walking over the bridge to walk down. As we were walking down, this chap was stood at this kind of juncture. You know, it's a bit of a Cartier-Bresson style shot. And he was just stood there. He wasn't moving. Not quite sure what he was waiting for. So I quickly fired this one up, brought the camera up to my chest, fired it off and hoped for the best. And it didn't come out too bad. It's caught the light really nicely, and it's caught his kind of, it's a little bit disconcerting, the shot, but I like it. Next one, okay, so we was walking back behind a group of these guys here. There was another chap further to the left, which I didn't capture on the frame, and again I just tilted the lens up and fired it, and this cute little girl here on her dad's hand on her dad's shoulder. It's just a really lovely scene. You can see that it's pretty dark now in the night sky. You can see all the lights and the traffic off in the distance. Everybody's facing forward, but this young girl's facing back, and yeah, I'm happy with that one. It's a nice kind of off-the-cuff street photography moment. Now these, I mean, unfortunately, Weatherspoons have been buying up all these historical old buildings, pub chains. So this used to be the old cinema for Lincoln, and the Ritz Cinema, which they've converted. These following shots are all shot from the hip, and there's something quite otherworldly and interesting about these. I can't remember I need to have a look at what settings I had on this particular one, but I mean, I really like this one. It almost doesn't seem real, which I quite like about it. This one here, slightly reframed again, shooting up from the hip, just kind of moved it across slightly. The wording is a lot clearer on this one. Again, I'm trying to describe what it reminds me of, but it could be from 60, 70 years ago, or it invokes some kind of old school dance hall, but then again it has this kind of futuristic white neon stretched around it. And we have this one here, which I really like. This is very clean. I've really picked up the lettering here. So I think if I go back to this one, slightly out of focus there, getting into focus. So I was zone focusing a lot of the time with the 35mm lens. So I must have hit the sweet spot when I took this image here. I think that might have been the so yeah, this one I hit the sweet spot with. Everything's kind of nicely focused, still got that lovely glow from the Steel Rim lens. And then we have this one, which again I quite like. There's I like these happenstance moments where you are shooting from that, something grabs your eye, it grabs your attention, and you see it, and you feel like you have to fire. That moment is so precious that you have to get it down. So I'm really happy with this. I like how the R of Ritz, you know, it's almost like it's coming away from it. You've got this echo effect. Yeah. Again, shooting from the hip moment. This is just looking for a window. It's very steamed up window of late at night. Some chaps here having their hair cut. I mean, I think even if I tried to frame it up properly, the clarity wouldn't have been there because of the windows were so steamy. But again, it's got like a very surreal but real kind of feel to this. And again, this one here, I was actually trying to capture the guy on the left, but I've cut him off completely almost. He was blowing his vape smoke up in the air. But for some reason I must have swung round to the right slightly, so I've got more of this other chap coming out of the barber shop, another barber shop. You know, friend opened the door, the other guy, but there's still almost a sense of urgency to this, which I quite like. So I've snapped it, I've included it in this, and that was my last image. So, you know, I always carry a camera of some kind with me, whether it's this one or a Polaroid camera or a medium format cameras. I've got quite a diverse collection, which I'll start going through on more photo walks, and I'll upload to this YouTube channel. So I hope you've enjoyed the little bit of a scan through and explanation of where these images have come from. Thank you if you have made it this far through, thank you for watching. And I will be uploading more content, more film photography, digital photography, and I suppose I have to do the please like and subscribe. I would love to get the subscriber count up, mainly because it would encourage me to make more content. Thank you for watching.